a great Bill Nye.
I know. I wish they'd make an episode for teachers.
Yeah, well, I have an exam in the morning, so I'm going to go to bed.
Okay, bye.
Imagine a world where all students are valued as part of a community of learners, where everyone has a voice in their education and are supported by a collaborative team of family, friends, peers, staff, and community members. Imagine a world where all students are given what they need to succeed in their least restrictive environment, and reflective teaching shows this process to be dynamic and ever-changing. Imagine a world where the student is the center of educational practice, rather than state requirements, tests, and standards. As inclusive educators, we are working to develop all of these things in our classrooms. It is through this philosophy of education that we view several hot topics in our field today.
Today, on Consider the Following, we are going to make this handy-dandy reading window. All you need to make this wonderful assistive technology device is a sheet of paper, scissors, and a student who would benefit from an assistive technology intervention in reading. So, first what you do is take your sheet of paper and fold it in half. Now, you take your scissors and cut a small rectangle into your piece of paper. And cut, and cut. Cut and cut. Isn't this great? So now, this great reading window can help any student who is struggling with reading. Let's try it out on a real student.
Meg bent her heed and...
Here, try this.
Okay. Meg bent her head and looked at the mouse slowly, sinking to the bottom of the glass cup. Poor little Meesy, she said, and she stuck her hand into the oil and pulled him out by his tail.
See how easy it is? A lot of people seem to think that assistive technology has to be this long, drawn-out process where everyone has to be trained in some complicated device. This causes a lot of teachers to decide, I'm not even going to get involved with it because it takes too much time and too much energy. In actuality, AT can be as simple as a pencil grip or Post-it notes, whatever makes the content more accessible to the student.
Welcome to another exciting episode of
What's Your Future?
This week we're going to investigate the future of 3 students. To determine their futures, we'll be using, drum roll please, their latest standardized test scores. Let's get started. Our first contestant's name is Julie. Julie is an active middle schooler who likes playing soccer and participating in chess club. She's a visual learner who benefits from working with manipulatives. She's shy in class, but we're sure she has lots of potential. Okay, Julie, let's find out
What's your future?
Wow, Julie, you're now a high-achieving student! Vanna, let's see what she's won!
Welcome! Julie has just won an admittance ticket to the Gifted and Talented program. This program will provide Julie with the real-life experiences that enrich her education. She's on the fast track to college scholarships and a high-paying career.
Great job, Julie. And our final contestant, we have Raul. Raul is an English language learner who is new to the States. He's significantly improved in the time he's been with us. His classmates have also benefited from his presence in the classroom. His teacher says he provides a unique perspective on the issues they address. Okay, Raul, let's find out.
What's your future?
Raul, I hate to tell you this, but you're a low-achieving student. Vanna, what does this mean for Raul?
Well, Raul can look forward to hours of remediation services. We're not sure he really needs them, but we're going to give them to him anyways. It's not like he'll be missing anything, like just the core curriculum, social interaction, and many other benefits of inclusive classrooms.
Well, there you have it, folks. Now we know where all these kids belong, and we've wrapped up another episode of
What's Your Future?
A lot of us feel like testing has taken over the classroom, and you may be right. But what's our real purpose for testing? Do we want a number that sums up a student, or do we really want to know what our students are good at and what they need help with? When we look at testing, we're thinking about assessment as inquiry. What we don't want to do is take a complex student and boil them down to a number that then determines their future. We don't want to lose classroom time preparing for standardized tests that may not actually serve the student well. And we don't want to work against the environment that we're trying to create in the inclusive classroom. But right now, standardized testing is a part of the classroom, so let's think about our attitude about how we look at testing with our students. We want to make testing a thing that's part of the classroom but not the be-all and end-all of our students' futures. We want our students to know that we want them to do their best and that they're capable of taking these tests and that we've prepared them well.
The teachers are in trouble! They don't know how to implement RTI effectively! Never fear, Super Teacher's here!
I never know what's going on in the RTI room. How am I supposed to help my students work on their strategies and realize success if I don't know what strategies they're working on?
Find time to work with your RTI service providers and coordinate what you're doing in the general ed classroom and in RTI so that your students have consistency.
Data, data, data. I just wish someone would ask my opinion about what services my students should be getting.
You're right. You should be asked because most schools go right off of data, but you know the student best, and it makes much more sense to get input from someone who actually knows their strengths and needs.
That's right.
Ugh, Susie missed ELA again. This schedule is terrible. She's supposed to improve in ELA because of RTI, not fall farther behind.
It's okay. Maybe you should try having one period a day that's designated to meeting all students' academic needs, be it study hall, resource room, pulling out for speech therapy. This is when students can receive RTI services.
Just another day in the life of Super Teacher. This goes out to Mrs. Smith, that teacher who fears APPR. Just remember, you're amazing, just the way you are.
3, 4.
Your class, nobody feels like an outsider. Collaborate with parents and service providers. She's so differentiated, and I tell her every day. UDL, RTI, and AT all combined. The community of learners you create is sublime. So don't bother asking if they'll pass the ELA. You know I say, when I see your face, you've got every tool right at your hands. Mrs. Smith, you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you teach, it's every student that you reach. Mrs. Smith, you're amazing, just the way you are. When I see your plans, you got every tool right at your hands. Mrs. Smith, you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you teach, it's every student that you reach. Mrs. Smith, you're amazing, just the way you are. Woo! That's our show. Thanks for watching. And remember, assessment informs instruction. Teach, 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 teach. Camborn, the teaching guy.
Wow, that was a great dream. I gotta go tell Becca and Hannah. Come on, Leah. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, serious face, go.
Tada, tada, tada. I can't do it.
Nah.
In actuality.
And she stuck her hand inside the rescue.
When I see